Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen. Today we've got a reading for you about somebody who is doing whatever they can to get prepared and be strong enough to take a risk. We've got dive deep and re-energize. So it feels like it's like digging and looking for that strength that is required, taking a little bit of time, maybe away from social situations, to really think about what you want, how you're going to get it, and not let anybody get in your way. So I do feel there's a lot of focus, but also introspection. What do I want? What would make me happy? They're being very practical or looking at all of the details because it's an important decision, right? Let's go in spirit with a little bit of Winchenta. I hope you're having a good day. Hope you have some nice weather. Hello, how's it going, Key Controller? Hello, Peggy. Good morning. Hello, Tiana. How we doing? If you would like a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below, wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. And let's dive in with the beginner's tarot. What else do we have? We've got the Hanged Man in the reverse and the Two of Cups. Ten of Swords in the reverse. There's somebody who was struggling to give of themselves, struggling to be open and trust, struggling to let somebody in. But there's this like magnetic pull, a very deep connection. I do feel like this is probably romantic love, but keep in mind it's a general reading, so this could be platonic love. But it's about what I need to do to find the strength to make things right or to give of myself in that situation. How could I be ready for a relationship? What do I need to do to be a better friend? What do I need to reconsider? Or maybe I need to admit I was being stubborn on something, right? Like this is the looking within before they feel like they can take a risk towards somebody they miss. The Sun, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Queen of Swords. Because I know, and I'm like admitting it to myself, that the reason things didn't work out or the reason there were, boundaries or an argument that caused a breakup is because I was not giving of myself. I was not putting into it what the other person was. What else? Four of Wands in the reverse. Two of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. So things couldn't elevate to the next level. Things couldn't move forward because I was still trying to decide whether or not I should let you know who I am or whether I should tell you how I feel. And I think this is somebody who's acknowledged I wasn't ready to be in a relationship or I wasn't able to, be vulnerable around you because I don't really feel that great about myself. Because I don't know if I deserve you. I think there's just a little bit of insecurity here, a little bit of, let me just like fix my hair real quick and then we can go on that date. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to deal with some things internally. Because when they make this effort to pursue you or to, reconcile, They want to be successful. 8 of Wands in the reverse, Judgment in the reverse, and the Lovers in the reverse. So I do feel like this is somebody who's probably low contact, if not no contact. And you may be feeling like they've already made a decision when they have not. You may feel like they're not talking to you because they've accepted it's not going to work, or because they've moved on, or because there's somebody else in the picture. But I feel like this is somebody who's thinking you have the choice, not them. That they have to show them like their best selves, right? They have to come correct and then see if this Queen of Swords is going to pick them or is going to forgive them. Let's see. This is the Energy Oracle. Hello, Corey. Hello, Illuminati. Hello, Holy Yoga. Hello, is it El Dutchme? How are you? I hope you're having a good day. Indecision and the Garden and the Gate. I have to choose my words carefully. But when I first moved into my own place in Minneapolis, like the uptown area, I was so excited. I'd never had a place like that. It was just me, well, and my cat, and Stewie. And I remember being kind of bummed because I felt like because of the like kind of bar energy in my neighborhood that at a certain time I really didn't feel comfortable going outside by myself. But there's something so magical about like, I don't know, like a late night walk when everybody else is sleeping, right? And eventually I got to the point where I was more comfortable walking outside. And it took a while because dangers are real, right? But this is somebody who is not thinking about the dangers in metropolitan areas or, you know, alleys. This is somebody who's thinking about how safe they've been because they haven't let anybody in, because they haven't let anybody know what they really want or who they really are, or given to a connection like that because they felt like that would ensure they didn't get hurt. The Garden and the Gate is about feeling so safe on your own property, in your own space, in your own mind, that venturing out seems like too much to ask. But I'm safe here, cuddled up in the corner, and I don't want anybody to ruin that, you know? You're funny. Hello, Stephen. How are you? So we have All Tied Up and Goddess of the Moon. The problem with this indecision or, you know, not taking a risk is whoever I'm reading for, I'm going to call you the, I'm tempted to call you the Two of Cups. I think I'm going to call you the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is the person who's looking within, trying to figure out what they need to do in order to make things right with the Queen of Swords. They feel if asked today, the Queen of Swords would say, it's a no for me, dog. You didn't put any effort in. You didn't give me attention. You didn't, whatever it is, right? You didn't make me feel blah, blah, blah. This is like, I know that there are problems. And yet, I feel like I could actually address those. I feel like I could fix that. Maybe I felt like it was insurmountable or that I was, you know, stuck or I couldn't imagine being close to somebody like that. But I think they're starting to question why. Why would I keep this person out? Because with the goddess of the moon, I think it's important to call out this is card number 52, and I want to say there's like 53 total, maybe 54. And this is kind of like, if you go to the arcade and you see the top scores, this is somebody who's been through a lot. This is somebody who knows how to make people feel comfortable. This is somebody who is authentic and probably just a little bit psychic or very intuitive. It's so funny. Now I'm hearing Patsy Cline, Walking After Midnight. It's so funny I use that example about not necessarily feeling safe sometimes to go out and walk at night. This is somebody who's looking out of their garden, right, at the land that isn't theirs. And we've got this goddess of the moon saying, I know it's nighttime. You'll be safe. I got you. Like, this is where I'm comfortable. So this Queen of Swords may have their back turned. They may be very familiar with boundaries or an excellent communicator. They make it clear to this Two of Cups that they're not looking to play games. There's something like calming about this energy. So we have the Sun. I like seeing that again. That's the happiest card in the deck. And the Queen of Swords. It's like happiness is easier to come by when this Two of Cups is talking to or with this Queen of Swords. It's like they've connected the two. If this person's here, I'm happy. But with the Queen of Swords card, we got somebody who's a little bit distorted. It's like I've kept you at arm's length, or I've, not really wanted to tell you everything. Because what if I ruin that connection? But this sword is very prominent on the Queen of Swords from the Black Tarot. And I think it's very clear that the truth is a very important part of this story. How's it going, Ground Zero? So we've got the Lovers in the reverse again, the Ace of Swords in the reverse, Five of Spheres, which is the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Wands in the reverse. Interesting. So I do think that there's been falling out, a sad conversation. We're not on the same pages. You want something different than what I want. But this Two of Cups feels like part of the reason the no contact situation or the distance has happened between themselves and this Queen of Swords is because they were not willing to be open or transparent, or they were not comfortable with that kind of communication. That's why with the Five of Wands in the reverse, we have somebody that's looking within. Can I actually let this person in? Can I actually trust this person? I've stayed to myself for so long, or I've, avoided that kind of thing for so many years. Why would I want to? Well, maybe I should. They're back and forth with that Two of Pentacles. I don't know. What do I do? Four of Spheres or Four of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Cups again. And the Page of Swords. So for some of you, this person is nervous to open up to you because they feel you may judge them for who they really are. Some of you may find out, or some of you, this person's trying to figure out if they can tell you that maybe they're bisexual. Maybe they had some troubles in their youth in terms of how they were treated by exes. But I'm really feeling like this is somebody who is trying to let go of past hurt and burdens because they acknowledge that holding on to it has caused them to lose out on opportunities or could result in their losing you. So it's plain as day. I have to think about what I want to say, or I have to think about how I could be more open to this person, or I'm probably going to lose them. Galaxy King, that is always a possibility, I suppose. That's why we got discernment, right? What else do we have? High Priestess in the reverse, Four of Cups in the reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune. So I know that when I wasn't ready to tell you who I am, or I wasn't ready to tell you about what happened in my past, or I wasn't ready to fully process why it was hard for me to trust people, it was just easier for me to keep you way over here. Just stay over there, because then I can watch you and I know if you're doing anything wrong, and then I can like punch you. I said punt, not punch. It depends on your behavior. This is the Love Oracle. Excuse me. We have trapped, stuck, tied down, captive. Very Eight of Swords, and aligns with that garden and the gate. I don't feel like I can go outside. I don't feel like I can go anywhere because I know it's safe here, but I don't know about out there. Distance, separation. So if you are not right in front of me, then I can be a little bit safe. I can be a little bit on my own. But the thing is their solitude and isolation is no longer offering them solace or the escape that they wanted. There's a sinking despair, hopelessness. They're falling apart. They may have underestimated how much they feel for you. Can we make that a t-shirt? I think I might have to make that a t-shirt. Wow. I can't wait to use that. What else do we have? Beginnings. I like that. Try again. New direction. Start over. I was scared of loving you. I was scared of trusting you or letting you potentially have the power to break my heart. So they ran away or they stayed home. And now they're thinking, you're diving deep. If I address some of these things that made it difficult for me to feel comfortable loving, if I address some of the trust issues that I have, then will I be able to actually love this person? Escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. Intimacy, bonding, sensual, confiding. It's a push and pull. I want to pull you in because you make me feel safe. But when I realize that I'm starting to like rely on you, or I really get excited about you, that intimacy, that closeness. It terrifies me. And I go, ah! That was me running. Did you guys like that? They push people away. And they pushed you away. Because it's scary, right? Influences, attachments, third parties and peers, and bitterness, resentment, anger, hurtful words. This is the heart of somebody who has dealt with a lot of mean people. I think whoever is our Two of Cups, they may not have really experienced that genuine friendship or that unconditional love at all, or very many times in their life before meeting the Goddess of the Moon or the Queen of Swords. Don't get too caught up on that gender, by the way. Yes, I'm saying there are some dudes out there that are the Goddess of the Moon. Work with it. You want to borrow a dress? I got some real cute ones. Come on. Not a lot of heels though. Don't really like those anymore. Sorry, guys. Friends, family, exes that broke this person down and made them feel like they were not worth much. And that really makes me sad because we all need those individuals to remind us of our own amazingness when there are people determined to make you feel low. And I don't know that this person ever really had a break from that or an ability to address the way those people made them feel. But I do think it's a lot of manipulation and yelling, perhaps some emotional abuse. So I just want to say, you're lovable. Nobody's perfect. You don't deserve to be screamed at by everybody. And there are people out there who have no idea how to love. They just do it and they do it wrong. But you don't have to be one of those people. You're diving deep, looking at what has prevented you from being able to move forward or communicate or open up to somebody. And this is showing that you're acknowledging it's the things from my past that I have not let go. The things that made me feel like people were not trustworthy. The things that made me want to move to the middle of nowhere. Let's see. We're going to get a few more tarot. This is the Metamuse. Hello, Genuine. How are you doing? The way you spell it makes me think of the artist from the 90s. I know it was different, but just because you both spell it different than how it is. Which is funny because I was just listening to the 90s playlist that I love. I'm pretty good. I'm still hungry though. Oops. Like I did eat, but I'm still hungry. The Lovers, 8 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups. I like that the Lovers is in the upright. If I want to get chosen, if I want to be in a healthy relationship, if I want to make a college effort, give it the old college try, is that the saying? Then I just need to work on myself. I don't have to chalk this up as a loss or forget about this person that I love if I'm willing to look at the things that kept me in the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups energy is somebody who looks at the past and forgets about the present, forgets about what opportunities are right in front of them. See those 2 cups? Technically right behind them. There's 3 cups overturned in front of them. And they're like, ooh. I know it's mean of me to make fun of you, but like, ooh. right? And then if you look behind, it's like, oh, look at, there's 2 more goblets of Dr. Pepper. We good. We're right. I don't need to worry about this. Hello, Jess. How are you doing? I'm not making fun of people who cry. I cry. I watched a video of my dear little stew cat last night. I used to make videos of his reactions. Actually, same apartment I was just telling you about when I moved into Uptown. I would travel a lot and I would get back and there was like a friend that would feed him, don't worry. But there was this long hallway, right? You'd walk in and he was usually hanging out by the window that was like, I don't know, it's like 2 rooms down that way, right? But he would come like, we need to talk about where you've been, lady, and why you've been gone for so long. Don't you remember? You have a cat. I am your responsibility. So I feel like we have somebody who gets back to their garden in the gate, their territory, their cave, and they think about whether or not it's actually that difficult to take this on, to address the things that have made it so difficult for them to open themselves up to another person. What else? The Tower, the King of Cups, and Justice. Wow. This is somebody who's taking a risk. I know that if I look within and address these trust issues and acknowledge that this goddess of the moon is not the person that hurt me from the past or has demonstrated that they would like to be good to me instead of add to this bitterness that I've picked up along the way, maybe it's worth it to make those changes. Maybe it's worth it to finally stop wearing Crocs. Sorry. Emotions. I'm not a 5-year-old. I'm not a 14-year-old. I'm an adult, and I don't need to stand in my garden and be terrified of the things that are out there because I'm an adult. And I don't want to lose this connection. I don't want to lose the Queen of Swords. So maybe it's time for me to let it go instead of letting it snow. And embrace those emotions. Find a way to feel comfortable with them. Let go of the baggage and the, people that hurt me so that I could actually be in a healthy connection, so that I could balance things out and make amends with this person that I love. There have been a lot of times where I have broken down because someone hurt me, right? Or I had expectations and it didn't end up that way. But you begin to learn, I think, over time that your energy, your mood, how you go about your day is a really important part of life. I know some people think I'm obnoxious. I know sometimes people are like, will you stop joking all the time? But my humor is the only reason I've survived the crap that I've been through. And I think we have somebody who's finally realizing I am in control of that emotional stuff. I can look at it like a bunch of jewelry that's all tangled up, right? I don't want to deal with that unless I have a really good thumbnail. That helps a lot, right? But I'm going to untangle it. I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to let that go because it's too big in my life. It makes it difficult for me to enjoy the good things in life. Do not give power to people from your past to rob you of the joy you can experience today. They don't deserve it. You deserve to be happy. Don't let other people control your mood. I'm obnoxious and cheerful and happy, even if 2 hours ago I was bummed and missing my stew cat. Because, damn it, I want to have a good time. Hello, Amit. How are you doing? Yep, it's like that. Oh, no, don't make me go all the way over there. This is problematic, you guys. This is a garden and a gate situation. I can't get up, okay? So we have the Knight of Wands, which is in this deck the Prince of Wands, and the Two of Wands. So I have found the energy. I have found the motivation. I know I need to make a change. I know I need to pick apart that clump of necklaces that I can't separate. I know I need to deal with my emotional burdens, the grudges or the people that I didn't forgive, because it's making me see every other person. It's like their face is over it. Like, you're all the person who screwed me over. Stay away. They're realizing they can't do that. So they're finding a new path. They're making plans. They're figuring it out, right? Prince of Pentacles or the Knight of Pentacles. Seven of Cups in the reverse. Oh, I could happy dance for you. Look at you go. I know I've been stubborn. I know I've taken my time. I know I chilled in my own front yard and the porch judging people as they walk by instead of getting to know any of them. Maybe you didn't really do that. I just wanted to add that for color. But I'm not going to be that person anymore. I'm not going to view everybody the same. It's taken up too much of my life. I see now that the things that have happened to me in my past have made it difficult for me to enjoy the present. Do I need to be all corny and call it a gift, or do y'all like, you got it, right? Okay, cool. This is somebody realizing, I know what I want. I know it would make me happy. I know what I want to be doing in 5 years or 10 years or 20 years. I want to be laughing at your stupid jokes. I want to be eating the pancakes you made for breakfast. This is somebody who's daydreaming about living together, daydreaming about a life together. 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. Acknowledging that if I take this risk, if I do what I need to let go of these emotional issues, then maybe I can be happy. Maybe I can be with this person. Maybe those people from my past won't win. They won't have that influence over whether or not I live my life or love my life, right? Bad things happen, bad days happen, bad hair happens, but you're in control of your mood. You're in control of your attitude. And even though it might annoy some people, you're welcome to be like me, because people used to yell at me at 7 a.m. because I was at work and all chipper, don't drink coffee. And, hey guys, how's it going? What's up? Don't talk to me. You have control over that. Hello, Grant. How are you doing? Hello, James. I hope you're having a good day. So we have squad, reconciliation, soul tribe, close friends. I want you in my life. But I've been two-faced. I let you get close, or I let you think you can trust me, and then I run away. So I don't blame you for those boundaries. I don't blame you for having that Queen of Swords energy, because I couldn't really trust you, right? So how do I deal with my fear? How do I deal with my insecurity or this bitterness from how people in the past have treated me that makes me run away from intimacy? Okay. So we have lift off, fast action, progression forward, the wait is over, and supersize me, doing too much, excessive, and overindulgence. I think they're realizing that they have maybe been numbing how they feel, avoiding how they feel, or for some of you, eating feelings. There's a change in this behavior. I don't need this to soothe me. I don't need that group of people or that substance or that, not so great activity to make me feel better about things that people did to me years ago. Instead, I'm going to release that, let that go, and choose to be open to this thing in front of me that makes me feel like I could be happy. Bonnie and Clyde, ride or die, us against the world, dedicated partnership. I don't normally take these cards in the reverse. I'm tempted to. Just consider that it may be specifically what they're working on. Do I view being in a relationship as the old ball and chain? Do I feel like there's no way to be happy if I have a committed partner? Then why did you do it? Like, yo, all the people out there who hate being in a relationship but are in a relationship, what's stopping you? You? This is somebody who's acknowledging there are a lot of people who are in toxic, unhealthy connections, and they stay there because of codependency. They wanted to identify, or they have identified, that that does not mean all relationships are codependent. They are hopeful. They want to believe that they could have this Two of Cups with you and it would not be codependent. It would not be toxic. It would be a partnership. That's what they want. But they have to get past their own treatment of you. I was unpredictable. I was here 1 second, gone the next. Even though there were these romantic feelings or this strong connection. So how can I express my emotions and earn your trust if those emotions were there and it still resulted in me being flighty? It's not enough just to say I love you. It's not enough to say, I want to be with you. It's gotta be, and I've dealt with the things that caused me to run away, to fear the intimacy, to worry more than I could, appreciate. This is the untold messages of the heart. What else do we have? I know the clock is ticking for us. Won't you wait for me? Thinking about you makes me emotional, and I want to open up to you about how I'm feeling. Go on. Gentle, I am staying away from you because the last thing I want to do is hurt you. Pressure, I have so much going on in my life, and I'm struggling to juggle it all at once. I'm telling you the truth. You can trust my words. They want to earn your trust, and they know it's not going to be easy. You're the Queen of Swords looking the other way like, forget about you. I tried. You're all there. You're like stuck in a spider web. So now you're like, wait. I broke free. I can trust you now. Come on. Don't move on. I feel like we both need to go our separate ways for a while. That could be the Queen of Swords. But remember, we also had indecision at the very beginning. I think the Queen of Swords could be a bit indecisive. And I feel like the Two of Cups is addressing the indecision. So the question then is the timing going to work out? I'm trying to make a very difficult decision and it involves you. So definitely a probably quiet week for this person or a quiet day, thinking about what they need to, whether or not, they want to take, whether or not they want to take this risk. Sometimes I still feel like my cards are in their old places. I'm not like fully used to this yet, you guys. I'm still getting used to it. Either way, you are lovable. People in your past don't deserve to own your present. Be happy. Find ways to find joy, even if it's just going outside and looking at the pretty flowers or appreciating the work that the bees do, Birds and the bees. There we go. There we go. Full circle. I love you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for likes and subscribes, and I will see you on the next reading. Doodles.